Hello YouTube, Dangerous Primate, Roman Hakim. Yeah, today I'm not too sure what we're going to talk about, so I just thought something that was bugging me off recently, what's been bugging me off since it happened, was the general election which happened on the 6th of May 2010. What it is basically was my first time voting, so looking at all the parties, the party that best suited my views was, and probably if they were to form a government, was the Liberal Democrats. So that was my first time voting in a main election, was for the Liberal Democrats. I also voted for them in the local election, council elections. And recently, well, not long ago, just after the election, they formed a coalition with a party which, even though I wasn't born in the 80s, but they epitomised the 80s perfectly, was the Tory party, aka the Conservatives. Now, there's two major differences straight away, just by saying the names. Conservative, Liberal, completely different completely different views anyway. So Mr Nick Clegg, who is the Liberal Democrat leader, decided, in my opinion, to sell out his party along with his chum buddies, who are now his ministers, and decided to form this pact with the Conservative government to form a government. And I was really pissed, because there's one thing is, I did not vote for the Conservatives. I voted for Liberal Democrats, and I did not vote for Liberal Democrats to go into a party where their views are far different, so different from each other. It can be regarding to health, to the use of the army, anything in general. Come on, Liberal, Conservative, the words mean are so far apart from each other. And now Mr Nick Clegg, as I call him, our Deputy Prime Minister, has somehow gone back on his views and willy-nilly says yes to everything Mr David Cameron says. So even though his views were completely different only 4 or 5 months ago, all of a sudden he's changed, and he does anything that Mr Conservative David Cameron says, he says okay, yeah. And even though he was against it 4 or 5 months ago, all of a sudden the fact that he's actually got smell of the power stick, his views change quite rapidly. And soon enough they're going to be cutting the deficit, as they call it, deficit reduction, and they're going to be doing this by cutting a lot of public services. And funny thing is, the people who are going to get hit most, one, are mostly Labour held majorities, Liverpool being the perfect example, and people who are probably the poorest in society. And Nick Clegg himself and his party in general would have, if they were in opposition and not formed this coalition, would have voted against it. But now they're in the party together and they want power. They've just said yes willy-nilly, even though it goes against their views, and I think that's completely wrong. So this is going to be a very short video, but it's just my frustration with the new condemned government, as people call them. Perfect name actually, because in my opinion they'll probably condemn us to doom. We'll go back into recession and there'll be a lot more people out of work. So Mr Nick Clegg, I'll tell you this, you have been warned, because for one, no one's going to blame the Conservatives, because for some reason every time he's announced government cut, you seem to put a Liberal Democrat in front of the camera. They're going to blame you, and when your 5 years of reign has ended, if it does last that long, you shall suffer in the election result. Because I'll tell you this straight, after this coalition, I am not voting Liberal Democrat. There may be one.
I'm from the Liberal Democrats. Do you wanna join us? Do you wanna join us?
No, even if they paid me, I wouldn't vote for
You sure?
them.
No, come on.
I won't. You know what? There we go. There you go. I'll never take their money. Honestly, I am not going to vote Liberal Democrat again, unless somehow they manage to change my mind.
I'm not a Lib Dem, by the way. I'm just saying. He's having a joke.
He's having a joke, yeah. But to be honest, if they're not going to be honest. As I said, you can sell yourself out, and Liberal Democrats are a perfect example that they sold themselves out so easily. Anyway, this is a warning to you, Mr Nick Clegg. You're the one who's going to get blamed if anything happens. It's not the Conservatives. To be honest, people vote Conservatives even if they just for the sake of it, to be honest. I'm fair and honest. They're not going to suffer. You are.
Can I say
And
something?
in 5 years, if you give me a second, and in 5 years, you're going to suffer. If it, as I said, if it lasts that long, or when the next election comes, you're going to suffer bad because people are going to remember what you've done. You've sold yourself out. You sold your soul to the devil. I'm not saying David Cameron's the devil, but in my opinion, their party, not a fan of them. So anyway, my mates now will speak.
I've got a bell, and
Do you
it
know-
makes a noise like this.
Can I just go on off subject YouTube? See if I was
I've got a bell though.
if this was vice versa and I was to do this, hello, Chris would moan at me. Yet when he does it, seems to be okay. But
Yeah, but when he does stuff like that, it's not funny.
see, if I was to take his sunglasses now,
I couldn't see a thing.
and I was like, yo, he'd flip at me
know.
and say, why you acting like an idiot? But when this guy does it, because he's slightly older than me, he's allowed to.
I'm not older than you.
Here you are.
No, I'm not.
Whatever, you're sure. Anyway,
What, we're talking mental age or?
our mental age, I'm probably youngest of the lot. But then again, that could be debated. I've probably got a mental age of about 5 years old, I think. But him, I'm not too sure, probably 6 or 7. He's slightly more mature than me. But yeah, I just heard the cast then. He probably
Cat fight.
Go, fight.
Fight.
Yeah, but to be honest, again, I'm not too sure how long I've been on for now. But
Doesn't tell you where the timer is.
I know.
There's no time.
Do you know what? When we're making videos, we should be sitting there
We
staring
should
at
put
the
a
camera.
stopwatch on.
We should have stopwatch. We should be making it so eloquent. We should be able to speak to the camera, not distract other.
And not look at the picture. Look at the actual lens.
And
That's,
point to the lens.
have a big marker here saying, "Look
Yeah.
at this."
Look at this. Don't look at my hand movements.
Oh, we are so. Was it what do they call it when?
Nimrods.
No,
Oh, sorry.
people who love themselves.
Vain.
No, nemesis.
Oh God, he's going to try and come up with some word. To be honest,
Oh, there's a big word I can't.
we'll
think
post
of
it in the comment part what that word is. I'm not like that. He is definitely like that.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. No, I'm not definitely.
We are, yeah, we are, because we're looking at ourselves rather than looking at the camera. We'd rather look at the pictures of ourselves
Yeah,
than
that's
actually
quite
look
true.
at the camera.
Nice
That's
beard.
narcissism.
Nice beard though. Yeah.
I could if I wanted to. I'm just lazy. You're doing it on purpose.
No, I just can't shave properly, so there you go. I like my beard. Should have had it was boom. Could have come in, looked like a philosopher, but I don't look like one. You know what? When he's just mentioned the fact that we keep staring at a picture of ourselves instead of the screen, like I should be doing right now, looking like some weird new celebrity. Hello. I have just noticed that I actually am looking at myself. I don't love myself, but you know, you are allowed to think of yourself quite highly. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Should we call it a
Let's
day?
call it a day on this one because it's been
Alright,
going for
then.
too long.
I don't know. Do you know what?
YouTube might
If
even
yous
give
have-
us this time.
If you have got to the end of this video, which I reckon 25% of you have, hello, good night, and I shall see you next time. Remember, Roman Hakim, my channel. I'll probably be in the comment box somewhere. I've got a couple of videos up. This dude, whichever channel he's putting that on, and to everyone in the world, goodbye.
Peace.